Hello everybody, I'm Liquid Grey. The good people from Dark News in Germany have sent me a few questions right here and I'll do my best to answer them. So let's see what happens, shall we? How long have you been making music? I've been making music all my life since I can remember myself, and I got more involved into this after I was 15 or 16 at high school playing with other bands and yeah, the usual thing really. Which instruments do I play? Well, guitar, what else? uh, yeah, okay, guitar is my most favorite and my main instrument and singing as well, as you know. I also play a few other instruments here and there for the needs of my albums. You know, I can play bass or keyboards or whatever, but guitar is the thing for me and has always been all my life. What have you done before Liquid Grey? I played in many bands, more than that I can remember really. So I played in many bands, I played as a session musician, I played in TV and radio programs and you know, whatever, lots of stuff. The first album came out in 2011. How long did it take to work on it? Hi, where should we talk about the past? I have a brand new album that came out a month ago and another one coming out in a couple of months. But you know what? Let's take it from the beginning, like you ask here. The first Liquid Grey album, titled Grey Matter, came out in October 2011, and it took roughly about 6 months to record and produce it. While the new album took much longer than that, took about a year in the making. And it's titled Love Under Wheel. It's an EP with 4 brand new songs. One, the single Love Under Wheel, produced by Tom O'Connell, which I'm sure you all know in Germany since he's pretty much a legendary musician over there, played in many bands and produced many other bands. And 3 other tracks produced by Joel Tochtenhagen, which is also a brilliant producer and also the label boss of Echozone. This EP is in a way part of the full album that's coming out in a couple of months. In fact, all the 15 tracks were written and recorded in 1 year approximately. And then I decided to split that into 2 different albums in order to keep a better flow in the album. I just took those 4 songs out in a separate EP album and left the other 12 in the next album. It's called Arsenic Dreams and it's coming out in March. There's one song which appears on both albums, Love Under Wheel. So this whole process took approximately a year, a bit more than that. And I'm very happy about this album and I hope you like it too. What was the feeling when I got my first CD in my hands? I don't know if you mean the first time in my life that I got an album in my hands, an album that I made, or as Liquid Grey, because this is 2 different things. The first time I got an album that I had participated in was back in the 90s, and it was not a very, I don't know, it's not anything that made me extremely happy or anything. It was a different situation back then. But the first time I got a Liquid Grey album in my hands was something very special for me because it marked the beginning of a new era for me and of what I really wanted to do with as a musician, which is to go solo and do my own albums and make some exciting music. So the moment I got the first album, Liquid Grey album in my hands, was very special, and I celebrated it like I always do when my new work comes out. I always celebrate and cherish the moment. Do I write my own lyrics? Yes, I do. And I write my own music as well. So I'm 100% responsible for everything you hear. There's only one exception in all my albums and all my songs. There has been only one song, which is not, I'm not the only one who participated in. It's Love Under Will. There's another person involved or inspired me in a way. But I'm not going to say more about it. Perhaps if you listen to the song, you will find out for yourself. Who or what inspired you as far as the lyrics are concerned? Everything inspires me. Life inspires me. Everything that I think is exciting and gives me ideas, triggers some creative process. Boring things, boring situations don't inspire me in any way. But yeah, I guess life describes it pretty much for me. Let me see. You left other projects for your solo career. Do you think that was the right way? Oh yeah. In which genre, type of music you classify music? I don't really. I don't wake up in the morning thinking, oh, my music is hard rock or is it punk or is it goth or whatever. But through the years, I agree with what most people say, actually, that this is gothic rock or goth or gothic or whatever you want to call it, because it's a fair description. But mind you, there are other influences in it. I think that I have managed to create a kind of gothic rock, if you like, which is infused by other elements as well. But okay. Gothic rock, whatever you want to call it. What did you want to be as a child? That's an interesting question. Initially, when I was very little, I wanted to be a football player. I really loved playing football, and then martial arts came into the picture. I practiced very hard. That was until I was 12 or 11, 12 or something. Then music came really strong in the picture and eliminated everything else for me. So I knew by that time that music was something very, very important in my life, and I was dreaming about it ever since I was a kid. But more than that, I wanted to be a strong individual, and a free, open-minded individual who just does his own thing in the world. And music is a perfect opportunity for me. And this is where, yeah, I think I managed pretty well to be exactly what I wanted to be when I was little. What does music mean in my life? And how important is music in my life? Well, since I am an artist and I have been a musician all my life, music is very important. Naturally. The thing though is that I don't separate music from the rest of my life or from my other activities, my other things that I do and I use my time and energy on. So music is a part of it all, part of what I am, of what I do. But having said that, It's probably the only thing that I do that most people would find interesting, probably, and most inviting, if you will, and most it's the easiest, I think, to connect to, because music is a very universal thing. Who is your biggest reviewer or critic? Um, I'm not sure how you mean that. My biggest reviewer as the person that has written the best reviews for me, perhaps, or you know, the the most. Or I'm not sure about that. I can say also about who's the biggest critic, who's like critical of my work. Um, I can say that I have been very lucky, I guess, blessed of in getting very good reviews and critics right from the first album. I can't remember anything like really negative or anything. I've been very lucky about it. I've been received very well. So this is good news, isn't it? Who who is the most important, the most influential musician? Well, that's not a secret. Tony Iommi, the riff meister of Black Sabbath, is a big influence for me and someone that I look up to as a musician, because he created lots of the things that drive me crazy, and I love listening to through the years and all that, but also on a more personal level, if you will, because I liked very much strong individuals who, despite of the difficulties in life, they go forth with what they do, and Tony is a very inspiring person. He has uh, gone through a lot of difficult things in his life, and yet he managed to be the guy we know, and I respect very much today. Is there a band or musician you want to be on stage with? Yeah, there's loads of musicians that I like, and I love jamming, playing with other people, studios, stage, whatever. So yeah, there's too many to mention, really. So, but yes, there are many. Do I have an idol? No, I don't. And here's why. Because I don't need idols. I don't need to to have this kind of dedication, or perhaps put people, regular humans like you and I, on a high place. And no, I like lots of other people, and I can find them inspiring, other musicians, artists, philosophers, people that I know are personally. No, but no, not as idols, no. How did you find your band name? So, Liquid Grey, which I think describes me and my music very well, is the first time that those two words came together, liquid and grey, was in an unreleased song that I wrote a long time ago. And those two words in front of me, that just initiated a whole process, which I think it inspired me so much that it became who I am, and the band, the artist name, Liquid Grey. So it's from a song. Maybe someday I will record it for you. What is the feeling you get when you read about yourself on internet magazines? And, well, I don't read much about myself unless someone is kind enough to send me a link to an article, to a review or something, which I always have to read, check if the details are right, and that's all I care. That at least I have the details right there. Other than that, I think that everybody is entitled to write, what they want, to have their own opinions, their own interpretations of what I do and who I am, which is fair enough. It can get funny at times when I read things that I think that far removed from what I do. But then again, there are other people's opinions, which can be funny, can be interesting. So yeah, why not? What about a tour? Any plans? Yeah, I have many plans, but the first one is to finish the new album. So the EP album is already out since December, and now we're putting the final touches on the full-length album, which is called Arsenic Dreams, and it's coming out in March. This is an album I'm very proud of, and it's produced once again by Tom O'Connell. And yeah, this is what we're doing first, and after that, yeah, I'll think about a tour probably, I don't know, in the summer of 2014. When will you come to Germany? As soon as possible. I love being in Germany. I have some very good friends over there. I've visited Germany many, many times. And well, also the record label is there. So it's one more reason to always be in Germany. I like the music scene, as you probably know, and the people. There's so many things. So I'm always glad to be over there, and I hope I'll get the opportunity to come over there as soon as possible. What is my wish for 2014? I don't really wish. I don't make wishes. I'm not in that mode. I rather focus and make things happen. This is what I do in life. For me, wishing upon things is kind of like pushing things aside a bit. You don't really believe they're going to happen, just wish for it. So, or perhaps it's just the word that I don't use, but I don't wish looking at the stars, oh, I wish that this happened. I just focus and visualize on the things I want, and guess what? They happen. Here's another wish question. What is your wish for the future? Well, as I said before, I don't make wishes, but let's say what is the plan I have, or what I think about doing in the future. Well, it's exactly what I've been doing until today. All I want to do is more of that, make more music, go to more places, and be the best I can be. That's my plan, my wish, whatever you want to call it, for the future. Okay, this is it for me. Thanks a lot. I'll catch you later. So stay true and stay dark. Bye-bye.